Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Mel.
And I'm Claire.
And together we are
The Salty Hoes.
All right, my brothers and sisters.
So pastoral
I know,
today.
right?
Yes.
My brothers and sisters. My salty hoes and salty bros. Do you
Oh,
like
I
that?
love it.
Yeah.
The Salty Bros.
Yeah, that's courtesy of my brother.
Oh, your
Yeah.
brother. He is like our inaugural Salty Bro.
I know, he texted me. He said, I'm a salty bro officially.
Oh
I
my
was like, oh
God.
my God, we have to do merch.
We need t-shirts.
Right?
Do you have a Salty Bro in your life?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Everyone needs a salty bro.
100%. I love that.
So good.
Salty Hoes and Salty Bros.
Yep. So welcome back to another podcast episode.
Yay.
I'm really excited about today's topic.
Me too. It's
Yes.
something that needs to be talked about for sure.
I agree. We're going to take a deep dive into the wonderful world of Utah, and specifically, we're going to be talking about beauty standards and plastic surgery in the land of Zion.
Yes.
Woo.
I mean, it's everywhere, but it's really a big deal here.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
But before we get started, Claire, how are you? How was your week? What's going on?
What's going on? I'm, as always, tired and exhausted.
Oh, my poor friend.
But it's all good. But I'm also, good. I'm like doing good. They're all good pursuits.
Good.
My wee baby child just went to Paris for the weekend, which is
Aw,
delightful.
I love that.
I'm glad that she's there safely. But my poor niece, she was meeting up with my niece, so little cousin's journey,
Yes.
vacation, and my poor wee niece's plane had to do an emergency landing
Oh no.
on the way there.
What happened?
I guess some kind of like a technical thing. So she took
no.
off in Glasgow, had to emergency land in Manchester, and then they were able to take off again and go to Paris.
Scary.
So that started off with like an unexpected, adventure.
Yeah. I hope she's not a nervous flyer.
She would have been, I think, previously. She is such an epic human. I love my wee niece. She's a good soul, and she has been on a great journey of self-improvement, and so I'm so proud of her. Like she's good.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I
So
love
they're
that.
having a good time in Paris. Isn't that lovely? You're just like,
It's wonderful. And I love hearing about, your kids and your relatives and really anyone of that generation that's thriving. Because I feel like
Yes.
sometimes we just hear like how poorly that generation is doing. So I love like these stories of them just thriving and blossoming and like doing all the things. It's wonderful.
taking the re-adventures.
Yeah.
Our wee mom hearts are glad.
They're warmed.
They're warm. How was your week?
Oh, my week was pretty good. I don't know. I feel like I don't have too much to report.
That's
actually.
good.
I know sometimes
We like
that's
weeks
good.
like that.
Yeah. Did a lot of things with friends. I don't know.
That's a good week.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
love that for you.
Nothing notable is coming to mind.
And which is good sometimes.
I did get my nails done.
And they look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Shout out to your wee Neely person, which really ties in with our theme today.
It does.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, shall we get right into it?
Let's dive in, my friend.
All right. So I feel like this is a subject I've been totally fascinated with ever since I moved to Utah.
Oh my God, so it's not even a recent phenomenon.
No, it's a long time phenomenon. I think that something a lot of people notice when they come to Utah, either when they move here or when they visit, is that first of all, we have this bizarre billboard culture.
There is definitely a billboard phenomena here that you don't see in other places.
Yeah, you don't, because a lot of places it's illegal because it's an eyesore.
Oh my God. And a distraction. Hello,
Yeah.
you're on the freeway.
Right.
I never put that together before.
Exactly.
We're all like veering off looking at Julia Reagan. And
Oh my God,
like,
Julia Reagan. Should we?
Yeah, I feel like anybody from Utah will have instant recognition of Julia Reagan. So tell us who she was.
Yeah, should we explain for
Yeah.
people who are maybe not in the
The Happy Valley.
Happy Valley?
Yes.
The Zion, the Mordor,
The
corridor.
corridor. Zooming down, looking at Julia Reagan. I mean, honestly, it's cute, and then it got a little weird. Maybe I don't know. I'm waiting for her to pop up again.
Oh, it will pop up again.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Julia Reagan passed away. So she was part of the Reagan clan.
Yeah,
And they're
group.
the ones that own the most billboards
Yes.
around the state.
Yeah.
And other states as well. But in Utah, they have the biggest market share for billboards. So Julia Reagan passed away. She was elderly.
Yeah, like 80-something.
Something like
yeah.
that. And so these billboards started to pop up memorializing her death.
Yeah.
And you do see these from time to time. You see other people, like just like a little billboard obituary, which is kind of
Yes.
strange.
Yeah.
But with Julia Reagan, it ended up being dozens and dozens of billboards, and they were up for over a year, right?
Like a long time.
A long time.
Wasn't there like a wee message from her husband or something that he was just going to do this because he missed her so much?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
It's cute.
I guess so. But
Question mark? Yeah.
well, it was kind of funny because I feel like, at first it was like whatever. And then people were getting kind of annoyed, right? Because there were so many of them. You couldn't drive anywhere without seeing Julia Reagan's face. It was like mother, wife, grandmother, or something like that, right? And there was all different versions, right? It wasn't always the same billboard, which, we've talked about my son and his hilarious sense of humor, right?
He is so funny.
Oh, man. We were driving through like Mill Creek, not even on the freeway, and we saw a new billboard with her face on it. And my son goes, "Oh, new Julia Reagan just dropped."
That kid is so quick. I love it.
I know. He's hilarious. But it was funny because then it kind of came all the way around. Like people were annoyed, right? Like if you looked at like the Salt Lake City subreddit, people were like expressing their displeasure. But then it went all the way full circle the other way, whereas Julia Reagan became our patron saint.
Yes.
Right?
Like there's candles. You can get those like holy candles with her.
Yes. I have one actually.
Oh my God.
It was like
so
a
cool.
prize for a little friend event. So we love our Julia Reagan now. She and the whale at Ninth and Ninth, I feel like are our two patron saints of Salt Lake City.
Those are little icons.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, but it is actually sad. Actually, did I tell you I met Julia Reagan once?
You did?
I did, yeah. She was lovely.
Oh my God.
And actually, by the way, I feel like she should be more of a feminist icon because she had a PhD in physiology back in the day, which was real unusual.
That is incredible.
Right? Yes.
Why were they not calling her Dr. Julia Reagan then?
That's a great question.
That pisses me off.
Okay.
I'm like, because like that happens, and I'm assuming they're Mormons. I don't know, but like, drop the title.
I actually don't know that they're Mormons. I'm not sure that they are.
I'm like, don't drop her title. She worked very hard for.
Yeah, it could have said wife, mother, scholar.
Or just Dr. Julia Reagan.
Yeah,
because
she was.
We know how hard it is to earn that title.
Well, it's harder for you than most of us.
Well, I mean, that's
another story, though.
Yeah, I mean, we don't all go for triple credits, Melissa.
Right,
but,
that's true. We don't.
But that is another story. You're right.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, coming back to the billboards, one of the mind-blowing things about the billboards is how many of them are advertising plastic surgery or procedures like Botox, right? Or just beauty things in general.
Yes, and like some things that I'd never even heard of that I literally would almost crash the car off the freeway because I'm like, you're advertising that?
Like what? Tell me.
I can have a tighter vagina?
Oh, do they really advertise
I've seen that in Davis County.
No.
I have seen that.
Like a labiaplasty or something like that?
Yes, and you're just like, I clench as I drive by. I mean, go for it. Like,
do your
tighten it,
Kegels
but
or
maybe
whatever.
just do your Kegels, yeah. But for it to be a billboard is interesting. You know what I mean?
That is interesting. I actually don't like that at all because to me, the implication of getting that surgery is you're trying to make it tighter.
It's not for you.
It's for a man's pleasure.
Exactly. It's not for me. I feel completely fine about the state of my vagina right now.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it's actually not something that I concern myself with. I do my Kegels because I don't want to pee when I jump on a trampoline. And I think I have Kegels of steel, to be honest, because knock on wood, so grateful to not have that issue. But like, that's where my head goes with that. But I don't it's very male centered. And I wonder how many men have seen it and recommended or purchased for their significant other. I don't know. Yeah, it just kind of like grosses me out because let's face it, most of them are geared towards women. I mean, I have seen like dad bod ones in Utah County, but like they're mostly, hey, little lady, here's how you could improve yourself.
Yeah, you could have bigger boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I agree. Almost, I mean, I guess I can't really make up a number, but almost all of them, yes, are geared towards women.
100%. Yes. Well, maybe not. Yes. I'm getting into statistics.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've seen one or two geared towards men as well, but like that's really rare. When I see one of those, I'm like, oh wow, okay,
right.
Yeah,
like it's like exceptional.
It's unusual.
Suffice it to say, the vast majority, a shocking amount.
Yes.
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 Definitely.
Absolutely. And it's probably worth mentioning some of our favorite reality TV show stars are in the game, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we have Heather Gay's Beauty Lab and Laser.
Yep.
Famously, where Jen Shaw was arrested by the feds on camera. That
On
was
the parking lot.
amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I see those all the time. Have you ever been to Beauty Lab and Laser?
I have not. I actually don't know where it's located.
I think there's 2 locations, and one is like in Murray, Midvale area, like by the sports mall, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like right around there.
So a little bit for the outside Utah people, like in suburbia, a little bit outside of Salt Lake.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
in the middle of the Salt Lake Valley, but not in Salt Lake City proper.
Yeah. I have never been. Have you been?
I was there once. I got a.
You did?
I did.
Oh my God.
I didn't see Heather. I got a facial
Aw.
there. This was a long time ago.
Yes.
Like really long time ago.
Was it a good facial?
It was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as our girl Paulina.
Oh my God. I love Paulina.
She is a miracle worker.
I am going to have to mention her multiple times in this episode because it's kind of like our circle of friends that go to her is growing. And when people see my face, they'll go, "Did you get Paulina'd?"
Oh, I like it. Oh,
And
we're
I'm like,
verbing her.
Yeah, we're verbing Paulina.
Very nice,
And
yeah.
it's like, yes, I did. Thank you for noticing
Yeah.
because she's a queen.
She is. Shout out to Paulina.
Shout out to Paulina.
All right. We also have those Jay-Z hair billboards.
Oh, yes.
Yes. My son calls them, and he's not alone, the jizz hair. It's Jay-Z.
I mean, come on, girlie. She opened herself up to that one. Like
Why is it Z? I don't understand. Because that's not her
Yeah.
initials.
No.
It's Jessie Draper, and her husband's last name, which I don't remember how to pronounce, starts with an N. So it's not a Z.
Is she a fan of Jay-Z, the rapper? I don't know. And
Well, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe she has a business partner.
Something.
I'm not sure.
Maybe
Anyway.
there's some sentimental value, but yeah, you see those. I mean, I don't know if hair extensions are so prolific in Utah.
So prolific.
Like so prolific.
And they are crazy extensions, right? Like extensions down to the waist.
Yes.
It's
like
wild.
very long hair. And what is it? There's a name for it too, the Utah porn star hairstyle. Have you heard that? Utah
No.
porn hair?
Utah porn hair.
Well,
huh?
I worry because I perhaps slightly have Utah porn hair. It's like the wave,
Your hair
right?
is gorgeous. Oh, the Utah curl. Yeah.
Yes, but it's like called like the Utah porn star haircut or something.
I love it.
But it's so funny every time, little sidebar related, every time I video call my mother in Ireland, every time she'll say, "Do you have extensions?" And I'm like, "No, Mom, I don't have extensions."
Does she not believe you or does she just not remember?
I don't think she believes me. And then she'll tell me that Princess Kate, Prince William's
Oh, yeah.
wife,
Right.
has hair extensions. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I have
Why is
them,
this relevant?
don't have them. Like there's no judgment at all on hair extensions. Like go for it,
Totally.
But we have this conversation every time. And she goes, "Well, it's very long." And I'm like, "Yes, I grew it all by myself." Like
You do have spectacular hair. I could
You're
see
so
why
kind.
people might wonder about that.
well, it's kind of funny because like clearly I have some of her genetics. And
Yeah.
in my family, we have very full heads of hair. And my mom is in her 80s. Her hair's completely white, but she dyes it purple. And,
cute.
But it's very full.
Yeah.
And she's old. And so I'm like, you don't take after the neighbors, Mom. Like, I don't have extensions. But anyway, slight digression. But yes, we see Jessie mostly in the Utah County because, that's where she is. And, she has her wee line of the extensions. Would you ever do extensions?
I've thought about doing extensions. I don't know. They seem like the maintenance is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not as long as
color
yours,
is
but
good.
it's relatively long.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Well, we could talk about the color because I go to Angie K's Lunatic Fringe salons.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen her there?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, as you know, we're slightly acquainted.
Yes.
Slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been going to Lunatic Fringe. I've been to 3 different locations. I've been going for,
God.
forever.
That is
Like,
your place.
Yeah, that's been my place since before my son was born. So more than 16 years.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Well, because when you find a good hair girly, because I have one too.
Yeah.
I have my Alicia, and she's amazing. I just go and sit there. I don't even ask. I just go and sit in the chair, and she does
Exactly.
stuff.
It's amazing.
She's amazing.
Yeah. So that's great. You saw Jessie, going back to Jessie, you
Oh,
saw her
God.
not so long ago, didn't
I
you?
did. I saw her. I was brunching.
Ooh.
I was brunching with two of my girlies, and it was actually one of them spotted her. She was there with her little daughter,
Oh,
and
cute.
what looked like assistants or minders or something like that. And it was in the era of where she was posting on the Instawebs that people were being really mean to her because she'd had a surgery and was like,
Oh, yeah, she had multiple
Yeah.
face procedures.
yes.
Yeah, she posted those pictures. She looked really swollen.
Yes, she was a wee bit on the swollen side, bless her. And like, that's no shade. I'm not doing it from, oh my God, you look like that. Like, but she looked sore. Like, I worry about that side. It looked sore.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that for a second because I feel like we're both on the same page where, like, we don't want to shame anyone that's gotten procedures or
100%.
plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Like, that's your choice.
Yes.
And whatever makes you feel good is great.
Totally support that.
100%. I think that we maybe want to unpack a little bit why people might feel like they need to do these sorts of procedures.
Yeah.
But certainly, like, we don't want to judge anyone who's had anything done.
And that's not the purpose of this podcast. Because we're nerds,
Yes.
which may have a correlation of our lack of dexterity when it comes to the procedures.
Claire, you just gave us away. No one ever could have guessed that.
Sorry, guys. We're nerds. I don't know if you knew, but
We're coming out.
Nerds, and I'm a little weird as well. You may also have picked up on that.
And not
But-
just you.
That's just, that's where our wee head goes. So yeah, it's the why. Like, that's what we're interested in again, because we're like, why is there compulsion and why is there this like high rate? Like you mentioned Angie Kay with Lunatic Fringe. She's not the only one with like beauty adjacent
Right.
businesses. There's Whitney Rose in the beauty space. Doesn't Meredith have some products too? I feel like beauty stuff.
I think she might. Like, she
Like bath
mostly
bombs and
does
stuff.
the jewelry. Yeah, the bath bombs, right? Because there was
They had
that whole
that war.
bathtub war.
Yes.
Bathtub gate. Yeah.
Bathtub gate. Well, and let's not leave Fresh Wolf off the roster
Fresh Wolf.
either. My children are entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Lisa Barlow's
Yes.
sons with their Fresh Wolf line. I think that's still extant. At some point, too, we should talk about Wild Rose Beauty because that hits another Utah theme, which is multi-level marketing.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So prolific in Utah and
It's
maybe
crazy.
attached or at least adjacent to that, the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should come back to that. I don't want to talk about that today. I want to
Yep.
like sort of stay on the plastic surgery. And actually, while we're talking about it, can we get personal? Can I ask
Let's
you?
get personal.
Can I ask you a personal question?
I love
Claire?
getting personal
Yeah.
with
Did you hear my voice drop?
Ooh.
Is it in the sexy range
I
now?
know. I'm like, give it
I
to
can't
me.
tell. Well, have you had any work done? Have you had any like cosmetic procedures or surgeries or anything like that?
The extent of my beauty, you can't call them procedures, is I get Paulinaed. So
Tell us what Paulina does with you.
So Paulina with me, I have always had bushy eyebrows. So like my mom, when I was little, she would always, be like, "You've got Brooke Shields eyebrows," like that. Sorry, that was my Irish
yeah, those
accent.
are hot.
Well, but they weren't when I was a teenager.
Well, that's why Brooke Shields was so groundbreaking, right? Because
Yes.
everybody was like, "Oh my God, the eyebrows!" And
She
she's so
kept her
hot.
bush.
Yeah,
But, well, not
her
that
bush.
bush, but like
Well,
her
we
bushy.
we don't know about
I
that
mean,
bush.
Either way, no judgment. But yeah, like people would comment on it because, she had what were considered very full eyebrows at that
Yes.
stage. And meanwhile, this is the 90s. People are waxing off every shred of their eyebrows. So, my mom was pointing out, you're a weirdo like her. Like, yes. But
Wow, your mom, what a peach.
but I never had the knowledge to the beauty knowledge. I was in the books. I didn't have the awareness to do something about it.
Same.
But then I was glad because then I guess bushy eyebrows became a thing and I have the bushy eyebrows. So Paulina tames them because they are like a lot. So she tames them, she dyes them, and then she dyes and curls my eyelashes. So no extensions, but she just dyes them like really dark black and then does a wee perm.
Oh yeah, that's
wee
right.
perm.
The little perm on the
Yes.
eyelashes.
And I love her for this because I like to wake up and leave the house.
Without putting makeup on.
And it's also very hard for me to leave the house in the morning. And the more obstacles I can remove to get my scattered ass brain out of the house. And so thank you, Paulina. I will say one thing I'd love about her place, Spa Day, by the way, on 9th and 9th. It's a beautiful space, so well decorated and lovely. But the thing I love about it, and the reason I refer so many of my friends there, is it's a beauty space that doesn't make me feel bad about myself.
Yes, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because a lot of those billboards or spaces that you go, they kind of look at you and they're like, well, I would recommend, like, you ugly shrew. Like, that's what it feels like. But I go there, and I have been going to her for probably over 10 years. Like, I do not do beauty stuff. I actually won a gift card there in a silent auction for my daughter's High School Musical, like, fundraiser.
Wow.
And so I went.
Oh, that's the origin story.
Yes. And
Wow.
I'm nervous of those spaces because I'm a dork or a nerd. And it's, and she just is always like, we work with the lovely beauty that you have. You know what I mean? She makes you feel good. She's
Yeah.
like a good hype man.
She's so lovely.
And just everything feels so lovely. And you do feel all glowy when you leave.
Yeah.
I like it.
So the eyebrows, do you get those laminated, or is
No.
that like a wax and a dye?
Nope, just died.
Just dyed.
Just
Okay.
died.
Wow.
Yeah.
They look like they're laminated. They look so good.
Thank you, question mark. I don't even know what lamination is. What do they
You're asking the wrong
I know,
person.
I'm like, what do they put on there?
I had
Yeah.
it. I had it done once, and it was kind of horrible because
Yeah.
they dye them at the same time, right?
Yes.
And you see how fair my hair is, right? My eyebrows are basically non-existent, so I
Yeah.
do try to have Paulina dye those as well, and it
Yeah.
doesn't, But I'm also like really twitchy about it because
Yes.
if they get too dark, I feel like they look really weird because my hair is so light.
Yeah, because it's like I need a day or two for it to settle sometimes.
Yeah, like I need to find a
Yes.
couple days where like I don't expose my face to the world.
Yes.
Basically, right?
Well, because you are so fair-skinned. But that's
So fair-skinned.
also a vibe now.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, I don't hate my coloring or anything, but I had my brows laminated once,
Yeah.
and like the shape looked amazing, but they did them black, like black. Like it was horrid. Like I went out to the car, I looked at myself, I came back in tears. I'm like, can you take some of the color out?
You're like,
I can't.
do something.
I can't leave the house. I have a date tomorrow. I can't.
You're like, why do I look like Groucho Marx? Like,
like the poor girls, they didn't know what to do with me. They're like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They're like, we'll give you a refund. I was like, no, I don't want a refund.
you're like, just help me for the love of God.
Yeah, she did the work. Like, I don't need my money back, but can you make me look less like a Neanderthal?
Was there anything they could do?
They tried.
Oh my
They
God.
got a little of the color off,
Yeah.
but they didn't quite know what to do.
Oh, Melissa, because you are like, for those of you that have not seen the beautiful Melissa, like you're like blonde, very fair skinned, like, yeah, like the dark black eyebrow lamination probably would not be a good idea.
Not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why we're afraid. We're afraid.
I know, it's scary, you guys.
And these are like temporary procedures.
Yes,
So
luckily it did calm down. I think I canceled the date because I was just like,
You're like,
I
I
can't leave the
can't.
house.
I can't. They're going to stare at my eyebrows and I'll be like, stop looking at my eyebrows. Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Well-
so you do the eyebrows, you do the lashes.
Yeah.
Do you do anything else?
I mean, I wax occasionally,
Mm-hmm.
although it's been a minute. And in fact, I have a wax this very day and they're going to need like gardening tools. I mean, not to be,
A weed whacker?
yeah, it's been a minute and it's to the point where like I'm not comfortable. Like obviously, hello,
Yeah.
no one is seeing me naked. But I'm just personally not comfortable because I'm like, there's a lot happening
yeah,
down
you know,
there.
I do it whether I think anyone's going to see me down there
Exactly. Yeah.
or not. Yeah.
Because it's not comfy. And also, I'm just going to overshare because that's what I
Please.
do.
That's our brand.
At this age, so, I have some wee grays popping through in the top and my beautiful Alicia fixes those for me every couple of weeks. But that tends to go a funny color down there too.
Oh, I didn't
Have
even
you
think
had that
about
yet?
that. Well, okay.
Because you wax regularly.
I do wax regularly,
Yeah.
and I take it all off. I don't
Yes.
leave a landing strip or anything like that. But I did try to do laser hair removal down there.
Yes, me too, a couple
Yeah.
of years ago.
But the thing about laser is that you need pigment for the laser to
Yeah.
work, and I mean, I've got some red in my hair, and
Yeah.
let's just say that the carpet matches the curtains,
Yes.
right? So I thought, It's the only place on my body where my
Yes.
hair has any color at all. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought it would work.
Uh-huh.
And it did to some extent, but then I still have so many like really light hairs down there
Yes.
that I still have to wax.
Yep.
Yeah,
To
so-
take those off rather than just being patchy.
Right. So sorry, everyone, if that was too much
Yeah.
information. But actually,
We're-
I'm not
we're
sorry.
open books.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You've heard this before. If you're this far into the podcast,
Yeah, you
so-
know who we are at this
Exactly.
point. And also, yeah, why is it okay to have the billboards, but then we can't talk about it? Like,
No, of
do you
course
know
we can
what I
talk
mean?
about it. We're going to talk
Absolutely.
about it. Yes,
We are going to talk about it. So we're
So-
pretty aligned, it looks like.
Yeah. So I think right. So with the hair color change,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that with my hair color I would really even notice a gray or see it because
Yeah,
so
'cause
many of
you're
my
so
hairs
light.
are kind of white,
Yeah.
blonde white anyway. Yeah.
And I'm on the darker ginger vein.
Yeah, you are. You've got
I'm-
that gorgeous auburn going
That,
on.
which seems to be getting more ginger as I age, which apparently is a thing.
That's a thing. Yeah.
So I'll go ginger gray.
yeah.
I don't know.
There you go. It's very pretty.
Well, thank you. I'm back at you.
Yeah. So I've not had any work done either. I've never had any Botox.
Yeah.
No fillers, nothing injectable. I've
Yeah.
done nothing like that. I've never had a plastic surgery.
Yeah.
The laser hair removal, I guess, is like the biggest thing I've tried to do.
Yeah. That would be me too.
Yeah.
I stopped because it didn't feel like a very hygienic establishment.
Oh, ooh.
She was like wiping the laser thing with a Clorox wipe when I got in, and then
Oh, I don't
she'd
like
still
that.
stick it like damp on your bits. And I was like,
Ew,
ooh,
no.
no, I can't come back.
I think there's probably a risk of burning too with that kind of
Right?
thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So that I do get my nails done.
Mm-hmm.
I get pedicures, manicures. I go to Paulina sometimes. I do
You
a
get
facial.
Paulina'd
Yeah, I
too?
get Paulina'd. So I'll do facials.
Her facials are
Divine.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like the products, they smell so good.
So good. But
Yeah.
that's it. Like I haven't had any of like the procedures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it seems we are in the minority, my friend,
We
especially here in Utah.
Totally.
We love the stats because we are the nerds.
The nerds.
I have some stats.
Oh, please. hit
from
me.
BYU.
Oh, BYU.
So
okay.
your alma mater, and also,
Uh-huh.
just seems really relevant here in Utah. So 14% of Mormon women in a study had done major cosmetic surgery. So boob jobs, liposuction, tummy tucks. It's a lot higher than the national average, which is around 4%.
Wow.
Like that's a lot more.
4% versus 14%. That's a huge difference.
Yep.
So what you're telling me is that Mormon women are 3.5 times more likely to have plastic surgery than just American women generally.
That is what I'm telling you. And Utah is
Ooh.
number one in Google searches for breast augmentation and boob jobs. And there's also a massive increase. And this is the one that makes me a wee bit sad. Again, not judgy, but like in young people getting plastic
Yes.
surgery and cosmetic enhancements like the Botox and the fillers. Because it's the fact that they're young. Like, I want to be clear about that. Like,
Yeah.
That's apparently when you're at your beauty prime.
Yeah, and the fact that they obviously feel like they have to do it. Right.
That's
Again,
the part that makes me sad.
Yeah, it is your choice, but you shouldn't have to be doing
No.
like fillers and Botox in your 20s. But, we see this on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It seems like they all have that going on.
Yeah.
And they're all in their 20s, right?
I forget how young they are
They're
sometimes.
so young.
Like they are, like some of them are younger than some of my children.
Yeah.
And so, and again, no shade, they're all stunning. Like
Beautiful.
beautiful girlies, hands down. Always have been right from the start
Of
before
course.
any things. But like that pressure is a lot, to keep up on the beauty standards.
It is a lot. And
Yeah.
it makes me sad for, Jessie. We were just talking about her and like all these face procedures.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gorgeous.
Like stunning.
stunning.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that she feels like this is something that she needs to do.
Yeah. And if it's all just for her, intrinsically for her,
I wonder though. I
Yeah.
mean, like now she's in this weird like under the microscope because
Yeah.
of the reality show. So I bet that there's, some of that pressure, right,
Yeah.
going on. I'm sure people say horrible things about her online.
well, and they have with like her incident with the Italian guy.
Oh God.
They were unduly hard on her. Like it was ridiculous.
I felt so sad for her.
I did too, because she was so transparent. She owned her shit.
She totally did.
And she didn't do all the things. And Even if she did. Like, she owned it. And it was understandable from her story.
It really was.
And they made her out to be this. Even her husband, I was like, dude, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face. Because
I know.
why? Like, I'm not saying it's the right course of action, but you can understand why. Like, Girlie needed some validation that she was
Something.
not getting in her relationship.
I mean, I feel like he even admitted to being emotionally
Yes.
abusive.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
why are you making her out to be the bad guy? And like I'm sorry, any dude that draws in like our children will, like, fuck you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're verbally abusing her in front of
Yes.
the children, and now
Yes.
suddenly she's the villain.
She's a terrible mother because
Stop.
clearly she's a very good mom.
And I actually hated how everyone, including her, was calling this an affair when she kissed the man twice.
That
Did
was
not have
not
sex.
an affair.
Stop it.
No,
No.
like, stop.
I
Like,
mean, if
I
you
love
wanna-
when you do that thing, like, stop.
Oh, when I clap my hands
Yes,
in people's
stop,
faces. Yeah.
stop.
I got that from my sister-in-law. She's awesome.
It's a good move.
Yeah, it's
we should
pretty
have
good.
done that to his face.
I wanted to clap
Yep.
his face and say stop several
Yeah,
times.
because she owned it. She
Yeah,
owned it,
I mean,
and she was penitent.
I guess you could sort of call it an emotional affair, but I'm not even sure I would call
It's
it
a
that.
stretch.
Yeah.
It was brief. Other Girlie had more of an emotional affair than she did with
Oh,
him.
to me, let's not even get
Oh,
into that.
God,
Yeah, that's a
yes.
whole nother topic.
Yes.
Ugh, gross.
Back to our surgeries.
Okay, back to our surgeries. Yeah, no, it makes me sad that they feel like they have to.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't think I want to say the name, but all these women are really, really skinny, right? And
Yeah.
that's part of the beauty standards for
Yeah.
women as well.
Yes.
In America generally, but especially in Utah. Most of them look skinny but healthy. One of them, I wonder if she has an eating disorder.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say which one.
Yeah,
but
and that's fair.
I'm
Yeah.
scared. I'm scared for her.
I know, and again, it's just, that's not always about beauty standards. It can be like emotional control and all of those things, but it's icky.
Yeah, I mean, I worry because I feel like in the first season, she did not look like she had an
Yeah.
eating disorder, but then she came back in seasons 2 and 3 and looks unhealthy to me.
Yes, yeah.
So anyway,
You just worry.
kind of a different thing. But kind of going back to what you were saying about like young people feeling the pressure to get these things done.
Yeah.
I need to share. So my mother, who you know,
Yes.
yeah,
She's lovely.
she used to teach high school here in Utah
Yep.
for some years. And she had so many female students who were given a boob job for their high school graduation gift.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that wild
That is wild.
and sickening?
Because what age are you? Like 18?
18.
Oh, 17 maybe in some circumstances.
Well, I think probably you have to be 18. Well, maybe you could do it at 17 with parental permission.
yes,
but when you
yeah.
graduate, you're 18 usually, almost always.
What?
It-
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of horrifying.
Well, because again, maybe the mum in me is just coming out today, but
Ugh.
like you're still little when you're 18. Like, I'm not trying to infantilize adult women, but like,
Yeah.
you're not, and
You-
like you're young and perky, and
Yeah,
I
well,
don't get
and
it.
you're not sure who you are yet, right?
No.
Like that frontal lobe maybe isn't fully developed. Like
Yep.
you don't necessarily have a strong sense of who you are and who
Right.
you're going to be.
Self identity, all
Exactly.
of those things, and that's great. You're discovering it, but then you sort of have this situation now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that it's irreversible, but it's a situation.
And it's a major surgery. Like
Yes.
it's not like just Botox or something that's a
No.
minor little thing. You're just putting a needle in your face. But yeah, a boob job is a big deal.
Well, and there are consequences, right? Like losing sensitivity in your nipples is a potential. So I've
Yeah,
heard from friends that
that's true.
I don't want to be losing sensitivity anywhere
Oh God, no.
that is pleasurable.
Yeah, it feels like that would decrease your
Right?
sexual function, right?
Right?
Like that's a big
And,
deal.
and that's supposed to be okay so you can be decoratively pleasing. Like, no, thank you.
right, like pleasing to the male gaze.
Yes. Like, fuck that noise. Sorry. Like, just
I agree.
yeah. And I had no idea as well. I knew that some people attributed it to sickness and there's that explant community. But I also, and this is actually going back to Jessie again, she was saying that hers slipped, like they
Ooh.
always slipped. And I was like, oh, dear God.
Oh, they shouldn't do that.
No, and so for this other surgery she was getting, they were putting like a net or a cage or something in so they didn't
Oh,
slip.
yeah, I remember.
And again, the discomfort.
Ooh.
I like to not, like, I get funky over feeling uncomfortable in parts of your body. And I just think that must feel not good.
It makes me kind of sick to my stomach to think about it.
Like sitting, feeling that, or like, oh God, they've slipped. I need a net in there.
Oh,
Like,
God.
yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, just feeling something exogenous in my body
Yes.
that I wasn't born with. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's icky.
Yes. Which is why, like, some people don't get tattoos and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
The idea of, like, not being able to get something off their body. But I
Yeah.
do have some tattoos. But, like, yeah, it's a sensory thing for some people, I think, potentially.
Yeah, for sure. So it's really interesting to me that this is so prevalent in Utah and so prevalent among Mormons. I mean,
Yeah.
again, what the numbers you just gave me, 3.5 times more likely to do major surgeries.
Yeah.
And that's strange to me because, like, as we've talked about before, I grew up in the Mormon church, and the church I grew up in had strict guidelines about altering your body,
Yes.
right?
And
So
modesty. They're like the modesty police.
right? Like
Yeah.
drawing attention to your body. Like when we were in high school, there was this pamphlet called "For the Strength of Youth." Did you ever
I
have
remember that.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Yep.
And I found it, and I want to read a little bit of it. Is that cool?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Share away.
All right, here we go. So, quote, and this was put out in 1990. Okay, so this is
Wee while ago.
yeah, it's going back. They've revised it several times since to make it softer, is my understanding.
Whoa.
But this is the 1990
Oh, this
version.
is the
Yeah.
OG version.
Yeah, the OG version.
Okay.
All right, it says, quote, because the way you dress sends messages about yourself to others and often influences the way you and others act, you should dress in such a way as to bring out the best in yourself and those around you. However, if you wear an immodest bathing suit because it's the style, it sends a message that you are using your body to get attention and approval and that modesty is not important.
Or maybe you just like a two-piece.
Well, so when I don't know about y'all in Ireland, but where I grew up, that was not okay. You couldn't wear a bikini. It had to be a one piece.
It was the same, although we did actually probably not wear swimmer in the same volume that you did in sunny California.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, there was an attachment around you don't wear bikinis.
Yeah, no bikinis, right? That's immodest.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it goes on. So, quote, immodest clothing includes short shorts, tight pants, and other revealing attire. Young women should refrain from wearing off-the-shoulder, low-cut, or revealing clothes.
Oof.
Young men should similarly maintain modesty in their dress. All should avoid tight-fitting or revealing clothes and extremes in clothing and appearance, unquote.
Oh, they added the boys in there right at the end. How nice.
Right.
Dear
A little
God.
token mention.
Oh,
of-
my
I know.
God.
It's so sexist.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, I remember getting a lot of shade in my ward. So, like, when we went to high school dances, it was our, like, little cultural tradition. I don't know why, like, to wear your prom dress or your homecoming dress to church the next day.
Yeah.
And I had one that was off the shoulder, and I
Oh.
got scolded for that dress.
my God.
I mean, it was perfectly
Who
modest. It just-
scolded you?
everyone, like my peers, my young women's leaders.
Wow.
Like, I don't know what my parents were thinking. They let me wear it. They didn't say
Yeah.
anything, but like everyone else in the ward was like, oh my God, how dare you?
Well, and like, what gives people the right to think they can comment on you, a child, in that way? You know what I mean? Like, just general rule of thumb: don't comment on people's bodies. Period.
Yeah.
As we sit here and judge people.
We're not judging people.
No.
We're judging beauty standards.
Yes, we are,
of
and that's a
society.
very separate thing. But like, just like, never comment on people's weight, face, hair. Like, you know,
Don't
just
assume they're
let
pregnant.
people be, right?
Yeah.
Just like let them be. And going back to the episode on like my leaving thing, of the way, you know, the bishopric was noticing my short skirts and stuff. Like, why are people noticing this about teen girls?
Yeah, they were turned on by your legs, and it was really inappropriate.
and
Like
your
that.
shoulders.
Yeah, that story made me feel uncomfortable for you. And I just remembered this bit about the shoulders. And like,
Yes.
it was really inappropriate for people to be commenting
Yes.
on that.
Like, you wild, crazy
Yeah.
whore with your shoulders out.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it used to be the case when I was growing up in the church. You did not show your shoulders.
Shoulders are a no-no.
Right. I mean, because, wow, those shoulders, man, they're so
They're
sexy.
so hot.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's where the armpit, the bagpipe.
The bagpipe. Good callback.
Yeah, if you've listened to Mel's story, you know that's a technique to get around sexual pleasure
Ooh.
at BYU. So maybe the shoulders do get
I
the
mean,
Mormon men going.
Yeah, we jokingly call them porn shoulders
Yeah.
here in Utah. And it used to be the case that Mormon women who had been through the temple couldn't show their shoulders
Yep.
because the special underwear covered them.
It was like a wee cap sleeve, but
Yes.
recent events
Recent events
have decriminalized the shoulder
I mean, yes.
or
just
depornified.
depornified. Yeah, just
Yeah.
this year, right?
Yes, and there were lines around where you buy the special underwear, which is like Deseret Book and distribution centers for the church. There were lines around the block of all these wee young girlies to be like freedom for the shoulder.
Oh.
And it's heartbreaking.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's like, yes, you can get your shoulder revealed now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think things have changed a little bit. You know, I have some like nieces that are still in the Mormon church, and I feel like they don't have a problem showing off their shoulders or maybe, you know, even like tighter clothes than we would have been
Yeah.
allowed to wear,
Well,
shorter shorts, like all of that stuff. And
yeah.
I think that's great.
And you see that on Real Housewives of Salt Lake
Yeah.
City and Secret Lives. Like, they wear whatever, short, tight, shoulders out. And some
Yeah.
of them are still practicing Mormons. And like, back in the day, that would have been a no-no.
Oh, absolutely not a crop top. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my
With
God.
spaghetti straps?
The midriff.
Do you remember the trend where women were wearing those sundresses with spaghetti straps, but they would put the white T-shirt
my
underneath
God.
it?
The Down East basic.
So cringe.
The modesty shield.
Yeah, the
It's
modesty.
not a good look.
But modest is hottest, Claire.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. Like multiple layering and things that are supposed to show your arms. Like, no. Just no.
Just no. Yeah.
Just wear something different.
Yeah. So like we were really like we weren't even supposed to wear shorts that were above the knees, which
Oh
I
my
mean that's
God. That's not a short.
I know
It's a capri.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear God.
It's not a good look.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember a couple of years ago when leggings made a comeback?
Yes.
Because they were out for a long time.
Yes.
And they came back, and I can remember I still went to the church at the time, and I can remember sitting with my daughter who was a wee teen at the minute, and this woman at that time, this woman was addressing the girlies, the 12 to 18 girlies, and saying, you might think that leggings are a reason that you can wear a short dress now, but no, you know it's wrong. Deep inside, you know it's wrong. And I just said to
God.
my daughter, no, it's not.
It's fine.
She's sitting in her cute wee tunic and her leggings. She's a child.
Yeah, again.
A child. She was like 12. And I was like, that's not right. You look great. Like, no,
Yeah, I don't like
No.
this sexualizing of children.
100%.
Not good.
Not good.
You know, this just reminded me of something else. So like when I grew up, we were taught to cover up, right? And if you were sort of displaying, you know, like cleavage or body parts, they
Yeah.
would call it your walking pornography.
Oh my God.
I know, right? When I was at BYU, and I feel like this is a perennial thing that comes up
Yeah.
at BYU because BYU it can be a little insane sometimes.
Really? That's
I
so
know.
surprising.
Shocker.
Mormon University.
There was this controversy, right,
Oh
where
my God.
you know, mostly men would like write in these letters to the editor of the university paper,
Oh my God.
saying that women shouldn't wear cross-body bags, like messenger bags,
Uh-huh.
because it emphasized their breasts too much.
Oh my God.
Can you believe?
So were you supposed to like haul around a sack?
Well, like a backpack, right?
Oh, but no, that could show your cleavage.
well,
like, where do you draw the line?
well, obviously it's ridiculous,
Oh
but
my God.
yeah. Which is another theme, right? Like in Mormonism and some other like religions like this, women are made responsible for men's sexuality. We've talked about
Yes.
this before.
Yes, 100%. And also the idea that like we have to be responsible for their urges when they just can't say, oh God, I feel horny. And like, yeah. Well,
But this is like an interesting double standard because like we have these modesty guidelines.
Yeah.
And then also, I feel like this was in the 90s and early 2000s as well. There was one president of the church or prophet, whatever they call them, who, you know, not only were you not allowed to get tattoos,
Yeah.
but he was really against, first of all, men having any piercings whatsoever.
yeah.
Women were only supposed to have one set of piercings. So you couldn't have two piercings in an ear, just one.
Oh my God. Like, the thing is like, who is noticing these things? Like, I would never be able to even recall any of my friends, how many piercings they have in their ears. Like, and way to get specific, bro.
I know, right?
And also, I thought you're in a church. Like, why are churches trying to mandate this? Like, I had a friend in not Utah County, the other one that way, Davis County, again, another very Mormon suburban county. And their bishop said that the women in the ward needed to be wearing padded bras.
What?
Yeah.
What? So you can see a nipple?
So you couldn't see any nipples. He
Oh my
probably
God.
wanted the lift as well, honestly, if he was to get real
Ew.
honest. But like,
Ew.
imagine standing up in front of children in the main meeting at church and shaming the women to wear padded bras so you couldn't see. Like, how many men, I think the term is shift gears. You see
hate
it all
it.
the time. Men stand up and they like adjust their balls and, you know,
Yeah, just watch a baseball game.
right? Like, so why is nobody policing that? But yet the women, like, don't let us see your nips.
Yeah, because our bodies are so much more sexualized than men's.
I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous, which, you know, maybe you have answered my question already, but like, why is plastic surgery so prevalent in the Mormon heartland?
Okay, so this is such a fascinating question, and I have at least maybe a partial answer for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I read this article in Time magazine like 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
it was published back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, this article has been living rent-free in my head ever since.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because
it was
actually,
impactful.
it actually maybe explains a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so the article, if y'all want to go back and find it, we can link it in the show notes. Is called "What Two Religions Tell Us About the Modern Dating Crisis."
Okay.
All right. So can I read part of this to you?
I'm assuming Mormonism is one of the two.
Yes.
Okay.
The other one is Orthodox Judaism, but
Wow.
I don't really want to talk about that because
Yeah.
that's not our culture, and I
It's
don't
not.
really have an understanding of what goes on there.
100%.
So I think we'll just leave that alone
We'll
if
stick
you
with
want
the
to.
Mormons.
Yeah, if you want to read that, it's very sad actually. But
Yeah.
I let's just talk about the Mormons.
Okay.
'Kay.
Because we know the Mormons.
We do, inside and out.
Oh, yes.
All right, so here's a little excerpt from the article.
Okay.
It says, quote, "Today, mainstream dating guides tell the everything going for her career woman it's her fault she's still single. She just needs to play hard to get or follow a few simple rules to snag Mr. Right. One simple trick." No.
So much work. Yeah.
But the problem is actually a demographic one. Multiple studies show that college-educated Americans are increasingly reluctant to marry those lacking a college degree. This bias is having a devastating impact on the dating market for college-educated women because there's a disparity between
Yeah.
college-educated women and men. Anyway, kind of skips ahead and says lopsided gender ratios don't just make it statistically harder for college-educated women to find a match. They change behavior too. According to sociologists, economists, God, I can't read,
I'm rubbing
and
off on you.
psychologists who have studied sex ratios throughout history, the culture is less likely to emphasize courtship and monogamy when women are in oversupply. Heterosexual men are more likely to play the field, and heterosexual women must compete for men's attention, end quote. Okay, so as we know, though, Utah's a really special situation.
Yeah.
So here, it's not so much necessarily the college degree disparity. I mean, you and I can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But it's really the religion. Okay, so in 2015, there was a massive gender imbalance among Mormons.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to a pretty big study that was done at that time, there were 150 Mormon women for every 100 Mormon men.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so a 2-to-3 ratio.
It's a wonder they didn't try to bring back polygamy as a justification.
I know, right? Which is crazy. And the reason that this was so lopsided is because at least 10 years ago, men were much more likely to leave the Mormon church than women were.
Interesting.
Yeah, so these men would become ex-Mormon and
Yeah.
the women would stay in the church looking for a worthy mate to marry.
Yeah.
And that's kind of broadly true of religion in general. Women are more likely to be devout in any faith
Yeah.
and less likely to leave organized religion than men are.
Committed or browbeaten. One
Yeah,
or the other
well,
or both.
Or socialized to be obedient, one
Yep.
might say.
Uh-huh.
If you look at atheists, self-described atheists, 2/3 of them are men.
Wow.
Okay, now that was 10 years ago. So
Uh-huh.
maybe we have been catching up a little. I tried to find some updated figures and it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
There's some anecdotal evidence that women have caught up in leaving the church
Yeah.
since 2015. But it doesn't mean that there's more female than male ex-Mormons. It just means that maybe the gap is narrowing somewhat, right?
Yes.
I tried to go look at Mormon stories, the ex-Mormon subreddit, etc. And I didn't find hard figures, but there was a lot of anecdotal evidence describing LDS singles wards. Okay,
Yeah.
so some congregations, they separate all the single people and put them in one little
Giant hormonal herd.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And people were describing that women outnumbered men anywhere from 2-to-1 to 5-to-1.
Oh my God. Well, and I feel like that could explain the lazy approach that we clearly see with men in dating, because they're just like, I am surrounded.
Right.
There is so much variety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's the thing. If there is a gender disparity,
Yeah.
if there are 2 to 5 women for every 1 man,
Yeah.
well, first of all, the man doesn't have to try that hard.
Nope.
And secondly, you can sort of see where the plastic surgery angle comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article says, and I'm going to quote one more little thing that says, quote, psychologists Marcia Gutentag and Paul Secord argued in Too Many Women, the pioneering book on lopsided gender ratios, that women are more likely to be treated as sex objects whenever men are scarce. This is precisely what Mormon women now experience.
Wow.
Mormon men have become much more demanding about women's looks, which in turn has made women obsessed with standing out from the competition. One consequence, a culture of plastic surgery has taken root among Mormon women. Quote, I have seen more outrageous boob jobs and facial plastic surgery in Utah than almost anywhere in the country, especially among Mormon women, said Bowman. He's a plastic surgeon. Quote, they may claim chastity is a virtue overall, but that's not stopping anyone from getting a set of double Ds, unquote.
Whoa. You know, I have to say, and this is anecdotal, but it aligns with the statistics, that I used to live in the Mormon heartland.
Yes.
In Davis County, in a very Mormon neighborhood. And from the very day I arrived, even when I was still in the tribe, so to speak, I noticed a lot of startlingly hot women
Yeah.
married to not so startlingly hot men. And again, not trying to be shady or mean or anything, but like there was a clear disconnect. Like it was a big bridge.
A big gap in attractiveness.
Yes. And interestingly, one of the first weeks that we lived there, my husband was off doing his priesthood duty and visiting home teachers. Is that what the men were called? Like the 2 men that used to come visit to check on your
home teachers.
Spiritual home life. And he goes to this very large home in the neighborhood of this very affluent family. And the kids come bouncing down the stairs and said, our mom got new boobs this week.
Oh my God.
And, they were like, oh, that's nice. Like,
We'll come back later.
yeah, what do you say to that? And
Wow.
so it was like, and again, this woman, like I remember her super attractive, a little bit older than me, and just, she was gorgeous. And then there was her husband.
Wow.
Yeah. And you're just like, again, you do you, girly, but, like, what is the motivation? And in some cases, I have known friends where the man in their life, not even married, has requested that they do it. I had a friend where a dude Venmo'd her $7,000
What? To get a boob job?
To get a boob job.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
And she did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Like Venmo'd her. I'm like, I'd have just kept the $7,000 and booked a vacation.
Yeah, that's right.
Or
Like,
3. Yeah.
thanks for the $7,000.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah. Like you're sending me money to get augmented for your pleasure.
Get
Like,
new boobs.
no thanks.
Ooh, that feels really objectifying.
and they were just dating.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did see a study a while ago that was asking men what breast size they preferred. And the sort of average in the study, of course, different men have different preferences.
Yeah.
So it's not like a monolithic thing. But on average, it was kind of a medium large thing. So somewhere between a C and a D.
Unsurprising.
Yeah. Well, that's not most women, though. I mean, that's kind of, I feel like, more of a porn ideal than like actual women. Well, I mean, I guess women come in all sizes, but it's kind of interesting that that's like where the male preference lands.
Right. And also, like, let's take into account, say, for example, in a marriage, a long-term marriage, your body changes a lot.
Well, especially if you have a lot of kids.
Yes. And then, they get huge when you're nursing. And honestly, it's so
big.
gross then when men are like, oh, look, it's like, it's literally milk for our infants. Like, I'm sorry, I can't get sexual about that. Like, that's, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, And so they go up and then they like deflate and then they maybe get fuller again. And then perimenopause, they grow possibly. And then it's just always changing, right?
Yeah.
Like there's very little things about women's health and hormonal health that like stay static. you know?
That's a really good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
our bodies change over time,
They do.
but the beauty standards don't.
Exactly. And so it's impossible because if our bodies change over time, clearly there's going to be lots of like points where we're not hitting this like
Magical beauty standard
that's impossible.
of like a
I feel
C
exhausted.
plus, D minus,
Yes.
right?
And I'm so exhausted, like just even talking about it, never mind trying to live any of it. Like, which is why I probably just reject it in its entirety.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Well,
I'm good.
and I want to say once again, like if this is something that makes you feel great about
Yes.
yourself and it makes you feel confident,
Mhm.
go for it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's great. I just think that the problem is when it's an expectation that's
Yes.
being put on you, like your friend that got Venmo
Yep.
to get a boob job. And here's another interesting thing. So there's a whole rash of studies that came out in kind of the early 2000s and 2010s, multiple studies that showed that a breast augmentation, women who have breast augmentations are 2 to 3 times more likely to take their own lives.
Oh my God.
There's actually a correlation with suicide.
That is awful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And so clearly it's not the boob job as a catalyst, but it's that expectation of perfection or
Right. Like no one's claiming that this is causative.
Of course.
Right. But there is a correlation there.
Yeah.
And even after you control for depression, there's a correlation
Yeah.
there. So there's something extra on top of
Yeah.
it, right? Some body dysmorphia or something. I'm not exactly sure, but
Yeah.
these two things are actually correlated.
that's insane
Yeah.
and really sad.
Really sad.
Because like at what cost? And here's the thing. I'm not going to get all philosophical.
Well, you
maybe
can
a
if
wee
you
bit.
want.
But like it's a privilege to age. And
I
not
agree.
everybody gets to do it.
I agree.
And at some point, we're getting wrinkles. At some point, the boobs will get a little saggy at some point. But this is also true of men. News alert.
Yeah.
Like, hello, we see the apps. There's a lot of moves happening out
Yeah.
there. But what is with this world where we're like, oh, look at that silver fox? Whereas if we see a woman who decides to just go gray, it's like, oh, she's let herself go. Like the double standard, I feel like becomes more pronounced
Yes.
as we get older. And yet sort of like I'm looking at the men going, wait, what? You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, they don't seem to feel the same pressure to
No.
keep their looks up necessarily.
no, there's some like, I mean, you've seen them, the topless pictures where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
do you want to put that on? And again, not shaming them, but highlighting that they have the confidence to be like, look at my beer gut. I'm hot as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, maybe we should all be a little more like that.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, cool to them, but also then what are they imagining based on the description of some of the things that they're hoping to get as a partner? And it's that disparity that is the yucky part. And we could also maybe connect that to the fact that pornography use in Utah is, and like no shade, that's a whole other discussion, but like it's really high in Utah and among Mormon men specifically. So
Yeah.
maybe men are more likely to choose women that have had augmentation because their standard of beauty or what sex looks like or a hot woman looks like is skewed
Right.
a little bit, shall we say.
Yeah, I think that's right. And, we don't want to suggest that men don't experience like body dysmorphia and like some pressure to conform to like, I don't know, a gym bro body or whatever.
Of course, there's pressure there too,
Certainly.
in lesser numbers, and it's also not systemic.
I agree. Yeah, it does exist,
Yeah.
but not to the same extent. I
Yeah.
think that beauty standards do for women.
100%. Yeah,
It's upsetting.
so the porn thing is interesting here because for those of you outside of Utah that don't know, you can't even look at porn in Utah anymore. I mean, you can. There's ways around it, but you can't
Oh, you can't
get on the
access-
sites.
Oh, like Pornhub or whatever. You
Yes.
can't access that. I haven't tried.
Like a message will come
Okay,
up. I
really?
mean, I've just heard. I've just heard.
Ooh, what are you searching for?
I've heard.
Well, I need to do a little expedition here.
Well, because like Utah set up like a task force, right?
Oh, I vaguely remember
yeah.
that. Yeah.
See, I'm speaking of this from an academic perspective.
yeah, of course.
Mel.
Yes.
But there was an interesting, again, we love the stats came out about it because So Utah, when you try to log into some of those sites, a message comes up like you're in Utah. And I believe there's actually like a video of like a middle-aged lady like chastising you and telling you of the dangers.
Oh my God.
Yes, because Utah is ignoring their opioid crisis, but they're like, this is a public, I think they actually have branded it a public health crisis. And
Oh boy.
so but instead of like going into the issues of what's going on behind the eyeballs in the men's heads, they are just banning it. So there was a correlation with the day they banned it, and like I'm not a big techie person, like external VPNs.
Oh, VPNs.
Yes.
So you can spoof your location.
Yes. There was like a correlation with that. So like,
not surprising.
Well, we know with all like policy and like that these they're not effective.
Well, it's like our liquor laws, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to stop anyone from drinking. It just makes it more inconvenient.
Yep.
Same with looking at porn. If you really want to, it's not very hard to do, I'm sure.
Yeah. And it never works. It never causes people to pause and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. It's just like, well, how can I do that makes it easier?
Right. Yeah.
Like, for myself. So yeah, that's like a weird, like combo. And as you say, there's like a very dark side to that. And let us not forget, as was highlighted recently in one of our salty bites, like marriage is required for salvation in the Mormon faith. Right?
Oh, that's right. Your ticket to heaven.
Yeah.
Like that guy that was
Yes.
looking for his wife, number 3, right?
Yeah.
After his cars and his
Golf clubs.
Yeah.
Yep. Because,
You got to have a wife or you can't get to the highest level of heaven.
100%, which is why, like, in Utah, if you're 25, you're considered on the shelf.
Yeah, and this is tragic when you
Mm-hmm.
put this together with what we just said about the gender imbalance. So
Yes.
it sounds to me like there are many, many, many young women,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole deck is stacked against them because there aren't enough men to go around,
Yeah.
right? They're competing for the attention of these guys
Mm-hmm.
who, really can demand whatever they want in terms of physical appearance. And some of them, no matter what they do, aren't going to get married, which means that, in their minds, they're not going to heaven, or they have to wait to the afterlife to have a partner, or they maybe have to date outside their faith.
Oh, God forbid.
Well, I mean, Mormons are told not to do that. At least
Yeah.
when I was growing up, we were very strongly told not to do that.
That is the message, and it continues because, as you know from my wee Exmo episode, my mom, my dad, he's not a Mormon, she is.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she wouldn't even get invited to social events.
Oh, she was shunned.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he's not a member. And even that vernacular of like membership is actually really gross. And then I also just really, it makes me sad, the mindset of like, we all want to be loved, chosen, whatever, but there's this idea that you're somehow impaired or not worthy of love or pickable if you're, 25 and in the Mormon church and not married. And my sister, we were chatting the other day and we actually remembered this. She said, yeah, I was at a wedding. I was like, girl, it was my wedding. And we both remembered that. So she was at my wedding and it was in the Salt Lake Temple because I was a good Mormon
Good
wife.
Mormon, yep.
And the sealer, or the guy that marries you, they call him a sealer because Mormons believe when you're married, you're not only married on earth, you're married for time and all eternity, which
Forever.
God forbid, in some circumstances. But I can see how that's a nice idea, right? Lovely, lovely. It's actually just a gateway to polygamy for men. But anyway, another story.
Another episode.
Yep. And so this guy went around the room and was just, kind of asking everybody how they were related to the bride and the groom. And I'm trying to remember what age my sister was because she got married in her 30s, her early 30s, late 20s, later than is considered worthy in Mormonism, which I'm going to drop a dark thing in here because that's what Irish people do. So, like, don't feel bad about this,
Do it. Take it to a dark place, Claire.
Because her fiance was actually murdered when she was 21 years old. And so, this is why we don't comment on people's lives and bodies because you never know the backstory. So we were going around the room and he said, are you married? And she said, no, I am not. And he goes, what's wrong with you?
Oh, no.
And you're just like, motherfucker,
What a dick.
do you want to know what's wrong with her? Like, yeah. And so,
That
in
is
the context
so-
of where I grew up, she was engaged to be married and ended up like burying her fiance a year before she was supposed to walk down the aisle with him. So like, dude. I'm sorry, that got dark.
No, but that is just
I'm
that
dropping
is
my things.
that is so gross. Like
Yeah.
the entitlement
Yes.
to just feel like you can say something like that.
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
To not even consider that there could be
A reason?
well, it's like asking people, why don't you have kids?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Like,
that
don't
is
do that.
don't do that.
Don't ever do that.
That's horrible.
So, but sorry, Irish people do that all the time.
You know what? But I like it because
we drop it and we're like, actually.
but it's real.
Yeah, it is so real.
Yeah.
And, she's very happily married for like 25 years now. I love my brother-in-law. He's a great dude. But he was like highlighting her at a wedding.
Calling her out.
Yeah, to be like, well, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Or, what's going on? And like she was probably like, and she was still in her 20s. She was probably like 28 or 29.
Oh, you know what? I have a story like that. Well, not dark like that, but when I got engaged, I was 28, and
Spinster.
well, exactly. And by this time, right? If you listen to my Exmo story, I had not been Mormon for several years.
Yeah.
And my fiance, who I then married, was not a Mormon. Had never been a Mormon.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Mormonism, right? And I was at my parents' house, and their neighbors came over, and they were like very Mormon.
Yeah.
There was like some reason they were there. I can't remember. And the one was like, "Oh, I heard you got engaged," and I said, "Yeah," and she was like, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 28." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you finally found someone."
Oh my God.
And I was like, I said 28, not 48. Like,
yeah.
what?
Like you're in your 20s. What on and like the relief. She had this proxy relief for you, like, oh my God, you must feel whole now. And can we point out you had a PhD at this time? I'm sure you felt pretty whole.
Well, I was in the program, I think, at the time. I didn't have the PhD
but
yet.
Accomplished
but
for a 20-something.
Yeah.
You're like, girl, I'm whole.
I'm
like,
okay,
I'm
right?
Doing all right.
I'm doing fine.
Yes.
Like, I started dating this man when I was 25,
Yeah.
which is not that old.
Clearly I'm thriving, but thank you for like the relief that like you clearly have for me.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow.
I know,
Well,
but I mean, my heart breaks for these poor, like, young Mormon women who are competing and like doing all these things to their body to try and get their ticket to heaven.
Yeah, it's you know what? Let two aged spinsters tell you that, like, you know what? Life is okay single. Like,
It really is.
I mean, sure, it's lovely, a partner, kids, but sometimes actually it's not. And it's more of an emotional labor than is actually worth it. And it's just like, life can be good either way.
It's great.
There is this messaging that like you can't be happy and fulfilled. I arguably have never felt more happy and fulfilled than I do in my like going into the third year of singlehood. Like
I like how you sing that.
Yeah,
That's cute.
I had to sing it because, I always thought I will admit this, the first guy I dated after divorce, he's like, I've been single for 3 years. And I was like, oh my God, what a loser. Hello. The universe plays some funny tricks to teach us some lessons. So
Karma's a bitch, I guess.
it is.
But I guess here's a question for us. All right. I just told you that men leave the Mormon church at higher rates than women.
Yeah.
So shouldn't that be advantageous for us? Shouldn't there be a lot more ex-Mormon men
Ooh.
than women?
Now you come to mention that, like, the stats don't lie.
Yeah.
Like,
What's wrong with us, Claire?
yeah, what is, oh my God, I'm going into that, like, reverse spiral of, like, why can't I attract an ex-Mormon man? Like,
They should be beating down our door.
right. And yet, the
yet.
audacity remains. I mean, unless you are intentional about deprogramming, let's face it, they're going to carry that, as is evidenced in the lack of effort on apps sometimes,
True.
that, hey, baby, I don't have to do much. Like, yeah, come get me. And the difference is now we're just like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I
So
mean,
it's all our fault. The male loneliness
again,
epidemic.
right? It's always all our fault.
Yes.
But, I read some of these men's profiles and I actually do feel sorry for them because they'll write these very angry bios, but you can feel the pain underneath it.
Yes.
Right?
You're like, oh my God, like you want to be loved.
As do we all.
As do we all. And it's absolutely fair. And you're just like, maybe come at that a little softer.
Yeah, right? Like, this isn't the way forward, my friend,
Yeah.
but I do feel sad for you.
Yes. And I agree. You do get those wee moments where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
like, No, like you are worthy of love, my friend, but just stop being an aggressive asshole.
Right, as you're swiping left.
Yeah,
You're
like, oh, hard pass.
but I
pass.
do feel sad for you.
Yeah, but maybe just don't flip people off in your profile.
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Softer edge. Let's all get a softer edge.
Softer edge.
Yeah. I like it.
Well, do you have any plans to do any cosmetic procedures going forward, Claire?
You know, definitely it does creep into my head sometimes because the menu bar, as I call it, between my eyebrows, my beautiful bushy eyebrows, seems to be getting a little more pronounced, you know? And I'm like, God, should I? Like, should I go for that? And then I just don't wanna. Like, I just don't want to.
Well, then don't.
And, you know, but then sometimes, you know, I do look at friends my age and I'm like, oh, yeah, like, look at their flawless forehead. And, you know, you feel the pressure is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it does cross my mind, but I also just don't want to. I mean, do I think that my boobs look a lot better when I put my arms over my head? Yes. But, like, could they do with a wee lift? Sure. And also, it's just like what is that phrase? Like the business, like a cost benefit analysis.
Oh, yes.
To me, it just is, it's like, it's not worth it for me personally. I don't want to feel yucky. I'm grateful for health. I try to maintain health. And, you know, at the end of the day, maybe working on some acceptance. Like, I'm not going to say I don't have insecurities. I 100% do. I think I have horse teeth. And, you know.
No, you don't.
Like,
Stop it. Your teeth are gorgeous.
There's a great line. And, you know, if I'm comparing anything to Julia Roberts, I'll take it. But my sister knows I have this insecurity. And there's a film with Julia Roberts and George Clooney. And they, you know, because she's got a rack like me where we've got teeth for days.
Yeah, I mean, people pay for those teeth, Claire.
Yeah, but like I mean, she is in this film.
You look like Julia Roberts. Can I just say that?
Oh, I don't
Yes,
think
you
so
do.
apart from the teeth.
No, you do.
But I'll take it.
You're gorgeous.
Oh my God. Thank you. Okay.
That's
I'll
your
sit with
celebrity
that.
doppelganger.
Ooh, I'll totally take that. But I would like honestly only the teeth for the purposes of this comparison. And there's a great line in the movie where they call her horse teeth. And my sister laughed so hard and she like recorded it and sent it to me. And she goes, I'm not saying anything because I don't think you have it. But like she said, this made me think of you so much.
God, there's that sisterly love.
I know. It's like, and it was really funny because I use, you know, the same terms. So, you know, we all have our insecurities, like
Yes.
100%. But at the end of the day, like, there's some things you can't change about yourself.
True.
Like, I would not describe myself particularly as a Utah Mormon girly. I'm not conventionally beautiful in those standards, right?
You are very conventionally beautiful, but I would say you don't have the Utah look.
Right. Yeah. And so, like, you don't fit into that, you know, league, if we want to use the competitive terms. You know, also, like, I'm not petite.
Yes, you are.
Well, no, I'm not. Like, I'm almost 6 foot, and I'm
Oh,
lean,
I see. You're not like little.
Well,
Yeah.
and I'm more on an athletic build than a slight build, right? And again, these standards. So like, there's just literally, like, it's impossible, right? In some of the aspects, and also, I like being this height. I would honestly want to be an inch or two taller, and so
Me too.
that's like a very long answer, but the answer is at this point no. Because I just don't want to be in pain or have unnecessary surgeries.
Fair.
Mostly.
Fair.
And also the idea of putting something in my body that has toxin in the actual word doesn't really excite me. But, you know, also, I don't know, maybe I'll feel differently in a couple of years. At this point, I'm just grateful to be healthy and in my 50s.
I love that.
That's like where I'm at. What about you?
So I will admit I'm a little Botox curious.
Mhm.
Now, I've never done it.
Yeah.
But I'm curious.
Yeah.
But I feel like I also don't need it at the moment.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I don't think most people
well,
do.
I mean, need
you know.
is the wrong word,
But
right?
I get
Nobody
where you're going.
needs it.
But I'm looking at your beautiful, flawless face
Well,
in front
you're-
of me, and I'm sitting very close to you in the most unflattering light imaginable.
It's really bad. The fluorescent light here is
it's-
it's harsh.
It's taxing.
yeah.
And my friend, you are hot as fuck.
Oh,
So
thank you. You're so
yeah, you
sweet.
don't need
I think
need in scare quotes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, nobody needs it.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, I guess some people have Botox done for like migraines
Yes.
or whatever, so
Yeah.
maybe they need it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a couple things that have held me back from,
Mm-hmm.
seeking it out. One is that it feels like you have to keep up with it, right? So
Yes.
then it's
Once
one
you
more.
start, you can't
Yeah,
stop.
it's one more thing you have to put into your routine, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I have to get my nails done every month. I have to
Yes.
get waxed every month.
Yeah.
I have to do the brows every month,
Yeah.
right? All the things, and now you have to add that as well.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, and then the other thing is, I just look around at people with work, and to me, the results are fairly heterogeneous, can I say?
Yes.
Like some people get it
Yep.
done and they look fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Like they look really good. It's
Yeah.
subtle. Sometimes you can't really tell necessarily that they've had it done. And then other people have it done and you're like, ooh,
Yes.
like
You're like, whoa.
you can't move your face,
Right.
right? And I think it's maybe a difference in like who you go to and how much you get put in maybe.
I would imagine.
But
yeah.
I'm just like, I don't even know how to navigate that.
I don't even know how to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing a reel once and they were all saying how many units they get. And I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking like, what does this mean?
Yeah, it's a whole new language you have to
Yes.
learn and then somehow figure out, and then like it's your face.
Yes. And I like to feel my face. Like I don't,
Yeah.
the idea of, and maybe it feels okay. I don't know.
I don't know.
Botox chums tell
Yeah.
us if it feels okay, but like it's like a sensory thing for me. Like of, if I felt like I couldn't do that, like would I feel weird?
Yeah.
And by that I mean I just raised my eyebrows at
Yeah.
Mel.
Well,
Like,
there's other things too besides Botox, right? There's the fillers,
Yeah.
right? Other injectables. I don't really know much about that either.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I met a plastic surgeon once, just like socially,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, like I'm starting to get like a little bit of lines under my eyes. Should I like put something in there? And
Yeah.
he was like, no. He's like, you shouldn't. He's like, just get like some serum
yeah.
and like do that. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, your
so-
eyes look great.
Oh, thank you. That's nice of you.
I mean, it's just like, and to your point, where do we stop then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like against doing any of this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not even sure like what
Mhm.
I would do or how to start or approach
Yeah.
it and like how you have to maintain it, et
And
cetera,
I
et cetera.
hope to live for a long time,
Yeah.
and so I don't want to look
don't-
at the next 35 years as having to,
Yeah.
I just want to go play bingo with my old lady friends. I don't know, like 30 years from now, but
Yes.
just, yeah, the idea of putting that into your routine.
Yeah,
it
it feels exhausting.
feels tiring to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I'm
We'll
curious.
open. Yeah.
So, friends, we'll keep you updated
Yes.
if we
If we go for Botox, we'll bring you along with us.
we absolutely.
Yes.
You'll come along for the ride.
Yes.
All right. Well, any closing thoughts?
Yeah. I hope everybody can just feel like beautiful without all this shenanigans, it makes me tired even talking about it,
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone out there listening, our salty hoes, our salty bros, we love each and every one of you.
You're all hot.
You're all hot. And you know what? You are worthy of love exactly as you are right now, today.
There's no competition required for the right person. It's not a race.
Right. And also, you can love yourself for who you are.
Yeah, you
We-
don't even need a person.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you. And I love you.
And I love you, Claire.
Oh,
All
look,
right.
it ended all warm and fuzzy today.
There we go.
I love it.
All right, friends. Until next time,
Stay happy, our salty hoes and bros.
stay happy and stay salty. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.